Hey Starseeds, welcome to the channel that brings you spiritual multidimensional content, which means that the readings are from an expanded perspective and also that they're not for a specific time, but should resonate with them whenever you watch them. So today we're doing SIRIAN Starseed activation codes, light codes, yeah? I've explained this in the other readings that light codes are like pockets of information, that pockets of memories basically, right, that are in your DNA. And in this case, pockets of information that are in your DNA about your star seed life, basically, right? If you're on this channel, then you have some insight on reincarnation, and so it's a connection to that civilization. In other terms that are more practical, it's a part of your consciousness that again has the information, which, let's say, if you are a being in that star system, like as you resonate a star, Sirius, that life is in those pockets of information, and a light code activation is to help you remember, basically, right? So help you unlock those light codes within your DNA. Why? Because those civilizations were higher dimensional, and you could use that information, whatever comes through in those downloads, whatever comes through after this activation, seeing that the line is now open, like that kind of information could really help you navigate the life you're living right now. Because compared to those civilizations, we're in lower dimensions, and that information could, assist you. So that's why we're doing this. Syrian Starseeds, I actually have something special for you within this reading. You guys specifically. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Honestly, the resonance will just have to do. I don't want to name it, but yeah, this is a very special reading for you guys. Okay, Syrian Starseeds. So, Syrian Starseeds, your first card is Strength, followed by the High Priestess of Air, followed by the High Priestess of Water. So, what I'm getting here is that those are beautiful. So, I'm getting here that you've actually been prepared to play a specific role in life, in the universe, in your life. More importantly, let's not go too far. You've kind of been selected to play a specific role. When I say selected, I mean by the fact that you've been given these certain gifts, right? And I guess you had your own idea of what these gifts were for, and you're not incorrect. You're right about whatever it is you're thinking, but it's actually the beginning stage of something that's much bigger, something that's going to be huge. And there's this role that you play within this plan. It's a creative role, it's a leadership role, it's a strong role, right? This deck doesn't have the Emperor, but if it did, I'm pretty sure the Emperor card would come up. Like leadership role, creative role. Yeah, I'm seeing Midas, King Midas, like with the Midas touch. And it's not about that really. I'm getting it's not the first time you're in that position, but in this life, that's also what I want to talk about. How you're going to be surprised by how well suited you are for this role. It's going to come really natural to you. It's as if this was who you were always meant to be. You were always meant to be in a leadership, creative position. Oh, and the Midas part is a financial thing, like a mogul vibe is what I'm getting. um okay, so I'm getting that, I guess you can see glimpses of this, or you can feel that there's something big coming up ahead and you don't think you're ready. Like, I'm hearing that you kind of want to start really small, like small, because it's like you're kind of getting an idea that something you thought was, quite limited is actually going to be quite vast. And you don't know if you're ready to play this role, right? Within your own life. You don't know if you're ready to be your own boss, which is what's happening here. And like, I guess I'm here to tell you that you definitely are. Not only are you ready, whatever the fuck ready means, you were born for this. Everything in your life, like, will support this role more than any other role you've had, more than any other avatar you've built in the past, right? Where you find that you had a lot of obstacles in trying to be that or whatever. This specifically, everything, fam, it's gonna be like you in like fairyland. You know how they like you want to cross the river, the freaking tree extends its bark so you can hold on. It's kind of gonna feel like that. It's gonna feel very magical. It's gonna feel very, and I'm getting directed to tell you that it's not that. Like, it's not. Yes, yes. Because, like, Syrians, like, okay, there's other starseeds that, it's really great to do that whole the child within, blah, 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 right? Because that's how we enter, like, stages of self-love. You need that whole child within concept. But with the Syrians, like, to be honest, you're kind of past that concept. You used that concept, like, light years ago. And you kind of don't need that. Like, you need something to sink your teeth into, you guys done been doing this earth thing, like, school, like, this aspect of you that I'm talking about was not traumatized by whatever you went through to get to this point, be it dark night of the soul, be it whatever it is. The version I'm talking to you now, this Syrian aspect of you, like the Syrian starseeds that I'm talking to, you're not so beat up over the fuck what happened. It's like, yeah, how else was it gonna happen? That's how it happens. And then you move into the stage we're in right now, which, like I say, for you is this leadership, creative, sensual, intimate role. I guess, like, yeah. Um there is a sense of underestimating Syrians, like a sense of underestimating yourself, and that's completely natural. I love how you understand things. It's like you understand that it's completely natural, that you're nervous and you don't want to take this role, but you're also very aware of the parts of you that are already activated and ready, the parts of you that are connecting to other star systems, like not just Sirius, because you are bringing this version of you online. And like I said, it's a place of power, fam, because it's a place of leadership. But at the same time, there's a theme of play within it. It's kind of like you're so good at it, it feels like play. That's what it is. This isn't a role that would be easy for everyone, but it's gonna be easy for you because you're connected so much to the Syrian Starseed template. Like, the Syrian Starseed template within you is activating hard. Oh yeah, Lionsgate is like around the corner. That's also why. I'm gonna do a video for that too, so you guys tune in for that. But if you don't know, Lionsgate and Sirius are like, Sirius is very involved in the whole Lionsgate portal, but I'll talk about that in the Lionsgate video. But yeah, there's an alignment that's happening, and your energetic body, your energetic system is very in tune with that. It's like a calling. Like, I'm seeing someone. It's like, yeah, it's like activating all the others. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you are the leader who's going to activate all the others. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what's coming through. Ooh, you're gonna learn so much more about yourself. So, okay, right. While, yeah, because it's simultaneous. It's like, as this, what I was talking about before, as it unfolds, the way in which it's going to unfold, like the events that are going to occur in order for what I'm saying to occur, right, to unfold, while that's happening, you're gonna be you're gonna be realizing these aspects of yourself that you did not know about. Like, you weren't aware. Like, you always knew, let's say, like, you're this kind of person, but this is completely flipped. So you've got the listening card, right? And that little writing there talks about how darkness does not always equate to evil, light does not always equate to good. So that's the thing with Syrians, though, is like a lot of people aren't sure, like, can you trust the Syrians? Can you not trust the Syrians? It's like because their aptitude for self-interest is high. Like, Syrians, self-interest is like trumps everything, type of thing. And within that, the result is something that's really magnificent and beautiful that can be offered to the community. But how we get there, like how a Syrian mindset gets there, is by whatever that is that we offer to the community. It was born out of self-interest, that be it I had to survive something, or I was feeling a certain thing, or there's something I want to acquire, like, and out of that something beautiful is born. So I'm just getting that you are going to be a little surprised by your own actions in the next couple of months. Your actions are going to surprise you. They might even shock you. However, it's all in the name of fun. It's all in the name of beauty. It's all in the name of achievement, victory, authenticity, self-interest, and simultaneously community interest. But yeah, I'm seeing the beginning of something. I'm hearing this is where it begins. This is where it begins. And I'm hearing that Syrian Starseeds, a lot of it is going to unfold for you in the beginning, in the next couple of months. And this is not part of the process that you're going to share with people. There's part of the process you will be sharing with people, because I'm getting that you are going to build whatever you're building with people. Like, it is a kind of like community vibe towards it, where you are the leader of this project, right? And yeah, you basically are going to make sure that it's executed in a type of manner that praises flow, that is laced with flow, type of thing. And within that, there's gonna be this room of you and all the changes that you're going through while this is happening. And like I said, it's really cute and beautiful. There's some scandalous things here. Like, I'm not seeing them like, like a list, like specifically, like it's gonna be this and this and this, but like I'm seeing, yeah, playfulness, scandalous playfulness, controversial playfulness, and even the way in which you manage yourself. People are kind of gonna be in awe. Cause shit, you're a straight general. Like, you don't fuck around about shit. And I think that's gonna shock people, how the same standards that you set for yourself is actually the same standards that you set for other people. Like, you don't let people sleep on you because you don't sleep on you. So yeah, there's that kind of thing. Um, and like I said, I'm just finding it fascinating, really, the internal changes that you're going to be going through. And it's like, I don't want to call them changes, because it's kind of like back to yourself. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, this is you. The versions of yourself that you were pushing into external reality up until now, that was like, that wasn't really you. Like, yes, of course it was you within those certain circumstances, but I'm hearing that you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this kind of, whether it be planetary alignment, energetic alignment, whatever it is time now. You're feeding a lot off of planetary alignment. Like, I keep getting that. I keep seeing the planets. There's something, or there's something your higher self knows that maybe like others are not interested in, or they don't know, and you're going to take such full advantage of that there's going to be a complete transformation. But I'm not seeing those transformations where it's painful and you have to, what's the word I'm looking for, where you have to shed off like all of these things and it's painful. Purge. It's not one of those where you have to purge. This isn't a purge. This is alignment. Like this, like I said, every other way in which you've been was a smaller version of this version of you that's coming up right now, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna feel so at home within yourself. Let's wrap it up, Syrian Starseeds. Yeah, what? So you've got this card, which always reminds me of Libra, right? Of justice. And justice, yo, I ran out of space. So justice is when you are in a state of sovereignty where, how do I explain it? Yeah, where you're the law. That's all. That's the only way I know how to explain it. Like, don't be like, what does that mean? Like, hey, read up. But that's actually what justice is. Justice isn't about like the justice system outside, or it's not about like, because I've seen a lot of tarot readers be like, you're gonna get justice for this, as if there's an outside power that's gonna punish someone else, like for you. Okay. Anyway, like, the only justice there is in the universe, in the galaxies, is your sovereignty, because then you decide what's wrong and what's right. And this might be controversial, but as a Syrian star system, or as a Syrian star seed, sorry, you understand that. And like I said, this brings you into yourself so much. All the things that you love. All the things that you love are attracted to this version of you, the sovereign version of you, and that's why you are magnetizing all the things that you love, and you're gonna have an overflow of that. So your last card here is Grove, and I love this. I feel like this is a satisfied cat. Like, this is someone who is like, not only shit, I did it, but like, I'm good. Like, I've reached in life where I want to reach, and a lot of people think there's no ways you can reach that in your 30s or in your 20s or wherever way you guys are. Shut up, shut up. Let those people think that. Like, you're in a good place. Like, Syrian Starseeds, you're in a good place. I don't know what to say else. Like, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Spread the love. I hope you enjoyed that reading. See you guys later.